Hi everybody, welcome back. Hope you're all keeping well. This is going to be a short little video here. One of my subscribers contacted me and was wondering about how to set up the programming track on the Prodigy. So I'm going to do a quick video on that, show how I connect it up and how I use it. So here's the main unit, the Gaugemaster Prodigy Advance. And on the back here we have the connections. You can see here main track and then programming track. And in there we have this little plug that plugs in there. Like so. Now you can see I have a wire attached that is going to my main track. That's obviously disconnected at the minute. And this is where I'm going to connect the programming track. So here I have a piece of track with the wires soldered on. And what I'm going to do is just put the camera down and I'm just going to connect up these wires and then I'll show you it working. Right, I've connected up the track. I've disconnected the wires for the layout, got them out of the way to stop any confusion. So you can just see where it's marked programming track, I've just got the wires going in from the track, and it doesn't matter which way around these wires go. So they're in there, I've got class 37 sitting on there. So I'm going to switch on the controller. There it is on, let's just move this over closer. Now, most common thing you're going to do when you're programming is you're going to put a new number on your loco. You buy a new loco, it comes with the default address of 3. First thing you can do is put a number on it. So you hit the programming button, and there we can see it says programming track. We're going to hit enter. We're going to put the address we want, so I'm going to put this is 37427, so I'm going to put it in as 3727. That's how I address my locos. So 3727, hit enter, it's sending it to the loco, and there we are, that's it done. That's the basics of the programming of the Gaugemaster. Now if we hit the programming track again, main track, you can program on the main track. I would advise against doing that. Always program on your programming track. Because I know somebody who made the mistake of doing that didn't take all their locos off, so they readdressed all their locos to the same number. So then they had to go back and readdress everything individually. Always use your programming track for your programming. That's what it's there for. So if we hit that again, now it's back on programming track, and you can see it's saying read. Hit enter, and we'll hit enter, and it's reading it now. And it should come up now shortly with the number we just entered. There we go, 3727 is what I put in. So that's the basics on the programming track. Now what I'm going to do on my layout, I'll just show you over here in a minute. So in this area here is going to be a small TMD. And what I plan to do is I'll have a little bit of track that is isolated, sitting over here, maybe beside a broken down signal box, make it look old and rusty, and that will act as my programming track. So it'll be completely isolated from the rest of the layout. It'll sit there, it'll look like a little bit of derelict track, and that's what I'll use for programming. So that's how I incorporate the programming track into the layout. So there we go, I hope that helped you out. Don't be afraid of programming. Yes, everyone gets confused and think, oh, all these CVs and everything. The instructions come with the Prodigy how to set up individual CVs. Don't worry about it. And if you do go wrong and you mess up your loco and it's not working properly, you simply, on most decoders, you go back into CV8, set it to 8, and it resets it back to factory settings, and you can start again. Okay, so don't be too worried about, you're not going to break it unless you throw it against the wall, which I know sometimes you probably might want to do that. But that's just the basics, how to set up the track and how I'm going to set it up on my layout so I have a programming track built into the layout. So there we go. So a big thank you to my channel members and patrons, whose names will be scrolling here. If you've got any questions or comments on this, put them down below. I'll pop another video here and here, the old subscribe button in the middle, so make sure you hit that for me. Give me the thumbs up. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.